for joining us on this edition of A Cup of Joe with the Adonis Agency. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about home ownership. Home ownership, I think it's one of the best things you could do to start the process of accumulating wealth and building wealth, and also leaving behind a legacy and having some kind of assets, right? We want assets in our portfolio. We want the stocks, we want the bonds, but a home is when you actually own land and property. And I think it's a great thing to do. So I'll talk to you guys about the process and how to get a mortgage, and hopefully it helps somebody. And if it does, please let me know, like, comment, and share, right? So the first thing about getting a home, unless you have hundreds of $1,000s in the bank ready to purchase that home, or you have it under the mattress, right? You have to get a mortgage, right? There's a couple of things the mortgage companies, the banks, look before they can give you a mortgage. The four main things is income. You have to have money to pay them back, right? So income is classified as money coming in. And it could be from anything. It could be from employment, your business, Social Security, retirement income, even alimony and child support. Money coming in is classified as income. The bank looks at all of that to determining your income and qualifying you for the loan. The second thing is credit score. Now, there's a lot of programs that will allow you to have a lower credit score, but keep in mind, the lower your credit score, the higher the interest rate you're going to pay. So manage your credit. A couple of weeks ago, I did a whole thing on credit. Please revisit that if you have any questions. Or again, like, comment, and please share your questions on the comment section, and I'll gladly go over it again, right? So you need a decent credit score. The third thing that you have to consider is your debt to income. What do I mean by debt to income? How much income you have coming in versus how much debt obligations you have. What are considered debt obligations? Your credit cards, your other mortgages, your taxes, your car notes, your loans. All that is considered income. Your debt obligation, yes. So is alimony and child support. Same way the alimony and child support counts for you as income, they count for you as your debt obligations, right? And the fourth thing that the mortgage companies generally look for before approving a loan is the type of property, right? So preferably it's a 1 to 4 family owner occupied are the best types of property that they want to lend to, right? Anything above 1 to 4 families, like a 5-6 family, is considered a investment property, is considered a corporate. It could be commercial property. And anything that's not owner occupied could be considered a second home or an investment property, which doesn't necessarily mean that you won't get the mortgage, but there's other criteria that the banks look for when approving those kind of loans, right? So now we know what we need for the mortgage company. You need to go find a home, right? So that's when I would definitely rely on a neighborhood realtor, somebody that knows the area, somebody that you trust, somebody that could really help guide you in that process. The first thing they're going to need is a pre-approval from the bank. So what I mean by that is, you take the information, you take your income, they're going to need to verify income, they're going to need to verify your debt and all that other stuff, and you go in there and you ask for a pre-approval. That way, you know exactly how much this particular bank is willing to lend you to get that property. You take the pre-approval, then you take that to a realtor, and you tell them what you're looking for. And the realtor should be able to advise you whether you're over budget or under budget, or you could do more. And they will know the neighborhoods, they will know a lot of information, and they're not privy. They don't have to tell you about the school district. They don't have to tell you about certain areas, but a good realtor will. A good realtor will take the time to educate you about where to go and what you really need, and take the time to get to know what you're looking for. And the good thing about getting a realtor, right? You don't, as a buyer, you don't pay the realtor's fee. In 90% of the cases, the realtor's fee come from the seller of the property, not the buyer. So you have a trained professional pretty much working for you for free, right? So why not take advantage of that, especially if you're new to the whole real estate market, you're trying to buy your first home, get that. Now, you have the home, you have the pre-approval, and you have your realtor. Next thing you're going to need to do is get yourself an attorney. Get yourself an attorney, because the attorney, they do the deed search. They make sure that the owner of the property or the person selling the property has authority to sell the property, because sometimes you never know. A property could be in a trust, a property could be a part of an estate sale. So there's a lot of other factors that go into that. And yes, you're going to need an attorney to navigate that process with you, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to advise everyone to get, a lot of people don't want to get it, but I think is the best thing you could do for yourself, is invest. Once you find the property, invest in a qualified home inspector. Unless you're a realtor, or not a realtor, excuse me. Unless you're a contractor that does home improvements, you don't know if the roof is going to need fixing. You don't know if the plumbing is up to par. You don't know the electrical systems, how long will that last, right? A lot of people want to skip the part of getting an inspection because, let's face it, in New York, it can range anywhere from $400 to $800 to do an inspection, and they don't want to spend that money if they don't have to. But what I try to tell clients is, you're going to invest in something that costs $400,000, $500,000, $300,000. If you don't want to take $400, $500 to make sure you're getting something that you're going to be able to manage, you should not be buying a house, because that $400 or $500 could save you from a nightmare of problems and headaches. And it's well worth it. Definitely get it, guys. So now you have the inspection, you have the attorney, you have the mortgage. You go through the process. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention, one of the most important things you need an attorney for is to go over the contract with you. The contract, you want to make sure it's in your best interest, and you're agreeing to the sales price, you're agreeing to the conditions, and that's where you can add that you want an inspection done prior to closing. That's where you can add that they're leaving certain things within the house and things of that nature. It's a lot to it, and it's a lot more that I did not talk about as far as getting your home, because it's too much to go through in a 5-10 minute video. So please, guys, give my agency a call or ask your questions down below. Like, share, comment. I appreciate it. Well, we can always be reached at 631-390-8568. And thank you for joining us. Have a great day, guys. Bye.